everybody. My name's Mike Healy. I'm with Ultimate Sensation DJ Service, and welcome to my channel. So we got a lot of cool things that are going to happen on this channel if you're first time coming here. And yeah, so let's get this started. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as we all know what to do on YouTube. Make sure we get all the updated videos that you want to see that I put up as well. So as promised, we're going to get things started right away and jump into how I use Serato at weddings. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, so let's jump into it right away. So one of the things that you'll notice with the Serato remote, if none of you have ever heard of it, Serato has a remote which can be utilized either on your iPhone or your iPad, and in this case I use it on my iPad. And I utilize it in a way that allows me to be front and center of everybody on the dance floor when I do all my introductions, or whether the fact if I'm being an MC for the wedding and I need to be up at the podium, I can have my iPad with me and have all my songs ready to go and be away from my DJ controller and be able to upload, play the songs, take care of the introductions, and get things started right away. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome scenario. I've had a lot of people ask me how I do it. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to talk about. So one of the things you want to do, we all know how Serato works. For many that don't know how Serato works, you can create crates. You can create the name of the crate. You can add subfolders to the crates. You can do types of things to organize your files as you need be. And as you can see here, I have a wedding that I did back in September. I'm just using this as an example, where I put the bride and groom's name and the date of the wedding. So I organize ahead of time in my Serato for any wedding. And as you can see here, I've clicked the main folder, which is allowing all the songs to show that are in that folder. And for the ceremony when I did it, which was at a different location, it'll give me all these songs that I just need to use for the ceremony only. So you can go ahead and organize however you like. I also use the comment section here, as you can tell, to put in what those are going to be used for each song. So as you can tell here, the All of Me Brooklyn Duo was used for the wedding party. The bride entrance was Marry You, so on and so forth. If I'm going too quick, I just like to make things simplified. We're going to go back here. So how do I do it in the reception? What do I do? So what I've done here, I've gone ahead and on my comment section, when I've organized ahead of time, I put in all the information as to what each song is being listed. So with that, you can go ahead, and for some of you that don't know this, if you double click, you can actually edit the song name. So for example, if you happen to get a file that maybe misspelt the name wrong, for whatever the case is, from your record pool, iTunes, however you get your music, if something happened to be wrong in the title, you can go ahead and double click it and you can enter in any information that you wish, change the song title. So in this case, I like to put in what it's going to be used for, and usually I do it capitalized, just shows a little bit better, and you'll see why on the iPad. So we're going to go first dance here. And then we're going to do a space and we're going to hit enter. So right away it'll automatically say, okay, you've updated it, and that accounts for the change there. And if you go into your samples area here, which is what we're going to use, we're actually going to go ahead and we're actually going to drag up right into there. Yes, a full song. You can do that. Just doesn't have to be your beats, your piano piece, anything like that. It can be a whole song. And this is how I got to go around and do all the receptions without having to be by a DJ booth. So we'll go ahead and do the father-daughter dance here. We'll do the mother-son dance, just as an example here. Now, as you can see, there are cue points. So if your bride or groom requests a song be started at a certain position, you can actually go ahead, load up your song. We'll do this as another example, say on Top of the World here. I'm going to drag it up. We don't have any cue points here, so for example, maybe they wanted it to start right where a good beat starts. we're going to add that cue point, and then we're going to actually just drag that song down into here. So when we go to play this, what you'll notice is it's going to play right away. So that's awesome. And on your controller, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're on the sample if you're loading up before your iPad, and just hit that shift and your stop is what you're going to do that. So anybody that uses the DDJ-SX, I just did that by, so we'll hit the play. You can see it's flashing. You want to stop that track, you just hit the shift button and hit that once again. Pretty simple, eh? Alright, so what you can do then, if you have another cue point, say for example, you can go in under the little gearbox here, and you hit that, and what it's going to do is bring up any cue points that you may have. So either you want to start from the beginning, you can hit start, or if you want to hit the cue point, you can hit cue point, and as soon as you hit that button, or in this case I'll show you on the iPad, it's going to start right from that cue point, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to show you how the iPad works. So this Serato remote here, and with the Serato remote, as I can tell, you can actually play songs. That's pretty cool. You can stop it. You got all your cue points on here, which is pretty cool. As well, instead of using all your knobs on your controllers, you can actually go in and you can hit effects here. And what that's going to do is bring up the effects. So you can actually click each one. I'll go into that a little bit more detail, but just giving you an idea of what Serato remote does. It's basically an external controller for your controller, which is pretty awesome. So in this case, we're going to go into samples. And as you can see here, you can see everything I've uploaded. So we have The First Dance, From the Ground Up, Father Daughter, What a Wonderful World, Mother Son, You'll Be in My Heart. And you'll notice here, there's a stop button, and then there's a blue bar here. And what that blue bar is your volume control. So on my DDJ-SX, there is actually a sample volume. You can see here when I move it, the volume goes up and down. Now here is the amazing thing about this Serato remote. Is, for example, if you happen to be, for whatever reason, running behind, getting things organized, we all know that happens sometimes at weddings. I hope and tend not to have that happen, but I know, and I've tested it, that if I forget to put the volume up on my sample volume on my controller, I don't have to worry about that, because as you can see here, and I'm going to show you an example, the volume is down. I'm going to hit the First Dance. There's no volume. I'm not near my controller, for example. I'm not going to run back to my controller. I'm actually going to bring the volume up right here. Now, the cool thing about that, I don't have anything listed in here for receptions, but if you're doing your introductions, and when you're calling out everybody, you don't want the volume being full blast. You want to make sure you can bring down that volume just a little bit, call in the next couple, so on and so forth, and you have full control over that volume. As long as you have your volume set on your mains, you're going to be good to go. Now to stop this, you're going to hit the stop button, and you're going to hit that stop on the song. Same with the receptions. So, for example, we'll use the On Top of the World. I'm going to load another one up here, just as examples here. So you saw the Marry Me pop up, and then we've got On Top of the World. So On Top of the World's playing. We're doing our introductions, bringing in everybody, the entire wedding party, you know, calling them out. Now, we want to keep the flow going. We don't want any, as best as possible, no music not playing. We want as much less dead air as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to now bring down your volume. Make sure you got enough to the end of the song. You're going to allow everybody, get up on your feet, get your cameras out, put your hands together, and we're going to introduce your bride and groom. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to hit the stop button, stop, and then play right away on your next song. you can actually hit the next song. Unfortunately, sorry, I did that backwards. So basically, hit stop, go there, stop it, hit your next song. That's going to keep the music going. You don't have to have any, spaces between things like that. So say, for example, you've got dinner music right after that. There's nobody that's going to do any other talking. You can go from here now, and say you got your dinner music uploaded here, so you can stop your music here. And say you got your dinner music queued up, ready to go on your next side. Or just use Imagine Dragons as a sample again. You can go in and then you can hit play right away. So all the control you have on your Serato remote away from your DJ booth to be front and center of everybody, make sure you got the attention and that you're not hiding out, is a pretty cool thing that I've done. Adds a personal touch as well. I'm not just standing there just hitting buttons. I'm actually interacting with the crowd, which is going to be better experience for your bride and groom, better experience for your guests. Adds value as well. So again, this is just a quick little tip, something I've learned. People have been asking me how I do it, so I hope this helps. Don't forget, I got more videos that are going to come. If you want me to talk about something, feel free to comment below, subscribe, and hit that like button. I much appreciate it, and hope we can continue this journey of all things for anybody that's been DJing for a long time, or any new DJs that have been doing this. Welcome to the channel, and let's have fun.